Welcome everybody to another episode of Beers and Bourbon with Dick and Brett. I'm Dick.
And I'm Brett. Signing on.
Jesus, that was like everyone could understand what that was.
It's an air signature, you know?
That's fucking
Only
badass.
it's in reverse.
It was reverse?
Well, it's reverse for them.
It's T-T.
Yeah.
E-R-E-T.
T-T-E-R-B. B. Only I don't think I did it that way.
Oh shit, I love Brett's intros. They're fucking badass. Welcome back everyone. This is an exciting episode as we have a bourbon we've been talking about for a while, and I think, you know, as always, a solid beer. So what do we got lined up for us today, Brett?
Well, in honor of a great achievement, both between Dick and myself, we have now reached 2,000 views on YouTube. So, we had said it in the past, and we like to hold true to what we say. So we bring you today a special version of the BTAC George T. Stagg Buffalo Trace Antique Collection
2019 bottle.
2019 for the 19th episode. It's funny how this is starting to work out, you know what I mean?
Hey, man.
19 for 19.
Oh shit, I didn't even realize that. That's fucking badass. We did 18 for 18,
Yeah.
19 for 19.
Okay, so we got a big dog out here. Obviously, this is one that you guys probably want to get some tasting notes on and want to find out if it's worth all the hype. As you can see, we've been into this bottle quite a bit. It's very, very difficult once you open a bottle of George T. Stagg to stop yourself from drinking it because it is that good. But we want to give you a little bit more about it, and that's what we're here to do today. And then on top of that, we got another beer for you guys. This is Beer Zombies, and I think Dick's going to tell you a little bit about where it's from, its alcohol content, and all those other goodies.
Fucking A. So Beer Zombies is out in Vegas. I think there's 2 or 3. It started as a bottle shop, and then they were doing having people contract brew their shit or brewing at other breweries. I think they're up to 3 shops now, killing the game. Ton of collabs. Badass little spot in Vegas, and this is called Come Out to Haze. It's a double dry hop, double hazy, 8.5%. Looks fucking fire. The can art looks fire. I got to show them the can
Really
art.
like the can art. You guys got to see this up close. It's really dope.
So look at the can art, and then everything that they do always has the signature kind of skeleton, kind of, you know, grungy looking dude, and it's usually either the head or the beard is always a hop.
Yeah.
It's fucking badass. So
That's pretty sweet. I just like the whole thing. Like, even in the background, it's got, like, in the darkness, just lurking other, you know, satanic fucking
looks like
creatures,
dudes from
zombies
Road Warrior and shit.
Yeah. Yeah. The Walking Dead right up on it. You know what I mean? It's kind of gnarly.
Yeah, it's a fire lineup. It's like Brett said, fucking A, man. I think we're right around 3 months in. You know, we'd love
That's
to say.
it?
Yeah, well,
It feels like 3 years, bro.
Oh fuck! You know, well, I mean, pumping out content every week is fucking. It gets fun, and you just get lost in the sauce.
Having a really good time.
So
man. I'm not even joking. This is exciting to me. We're super thankful for everyone that brought us to the point that we are now. We feel like we've got a good floor. Now we just got to find out how high the ceiling is for the both of us, right? And we can only do it with you guys, you know, getting us to where we want to be.
I don't think there's a ceiling though. I think the thing is we haven't hit that like core where everyone's sharing us, right? We got 115 followers, which that's fucking badass. I'm not sad by any means. I don't think either of us are disappointed in that. And you can see in our views that that core, all of our followers, majority, 80% of them are watching every week. So like that is, to me, the recipe of why we did this. We got a group of people that really enjoy it, that are following it.
Yeah.
You know, 2,000 views is, I think it's like 108, 109 hours of content watched. It's
good enough for me, man. Dude. Somebody's chiming in to see 5 minutes of me talking shit.
Over 4 days, yeah.
I'm down for it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so, I mean, absolutely. Thank you to everyone out there. you know, this bottle, when I opened it, I knew it was going to be good. And then when we started drinking it multiple times, me and Brett and a couple other people, Ron, shout out to Ron, got to try it. And I think my mom had some that night, a couple of our friends. But it's the biggest bottle we put out.
Yeah, it's a special treat, that's for sure.
So let's get into the beer.
I think it's going to be pretty damn exciting.
Yeah, I can tell you that we're not going to be disappointed with it, but I always like. I think we found out with some of the other even beers we've had. I think the flavor profile changes. You know what I mean? Like it's not going to get worse, but we're going to taste different notes out of it. We're going to understand different complexities. Sometimes, you know, I've heard Brett say sometimes maybe it's something we ate or, you know, just different things like that. Might not get a Kentucky hug like the first time when I had it. So I'm interested to see what comes out of it. But I am very sad that the bottle is almost gone.
Well, it's been a minute too, right? I mean, that bottle's been sitting there for...
It's been sitting up there for
a couple of months since we last touched it, or
I think it's longer than that.
Yeah,
I think it's been a while. I think it was last summer, maybe last fall.
You get to a point at a bottle where you don't know what to do with it anymore because you get so low that you're worried that it's gone forever. You know.
We consider this line right here. You can see under the Stagg. It's like a little arrow going both ways.
That was the
point of no return. Like, fuck. We're below that line, so we know the end is inevitable. You know, I think the plan that me and Brett talked about is instead of fucking around with other, I wouldn't say shit, but stuff that we want that's lower level, $100 here, $80 here, we'll just save up for a couple months and we'll just go fucking eat dick and fucking pay $1,000 for another one.
Start getting some more BTACs up here. You know?
Yeah.
I mean,
3 right now.
Yeah, we got 3. We got the handy back there and that WLW. They're looking very pretty and nice. But here we go. What brings George T. Stagg to you guys today? Okay, this is the big dog. This ain't the Stagg Jr. No. This is his grandpa. It's the Buffalo Trace Antique Collection. It's the Royal Hotness. Shit is fire.
If you talk to some people, they say it's the best. It's for sure the second best. I don't care what anyone says. Eagle Rare and Sazerac 18 are proof down. They're 90 proof, 45%. Yeah. Thomas H. Handy, William Lurello, and George C. Stagg are the only, out of the group that are single barrels and their proof changes. But, I mean, I can't imagine. I know a WLW is going to be fire, so don't crucify me over here. I'm not saying it. I'm just saying there's no way Thomas H. Handy is better than George C. Stagg. I haven't even had it, and I can already tell you that right now.
I couldn't imagine it either. I mean, we'll find out at some point in time down our bourbon journey, but
you guys will be
pretty sure we're going to be held pretty stiff on this one. This is one that, changed my life forever, so I'm excited to run it back tonight.
Yeah. What do you think about the nose on this beer?
I really like it.
It's pretty. It's kind
of crisp, you know.
Yeah, it's not.
It's kind of a really beautiful smell to it.
Yeah. I get a subtle citrus. I don't get anything crazy like bam right in my face. But
no, I'm not getting anything out of the ordinary. But I mean, for a double dry hopped, right?
Cheers, man.
I also wasn't expecting it to blow my, kind of funk level right off the top, so.
No. It's surprisingly mellow.
Yeah, it's got a little bite though, it's mellow.
I'm getting a little bitterness now.
Initial intake is very mellow and smooth, and then it comes with a nice little bite at the end. It's got a bite that I like. I like a little bite. I like.
Oh shit.
It's like a bottle of chocolate.
Yeah, a little Forrest Gump. You never know what you're gonna get. I don't disagree with your synopsis. I would say for the 8.5%, I get a little bit different flavor on the second.
Yeah, the second one's a little stronger, huh?
Yeah, it hit me a lot quicker, but it's still that we've talked about kind of like that boozy you get from a triple. I just get more lingering flavor on the second round, but I think I could crush a bunch of these right now, knowing it's 95 degrees outside and 105 in here.
I might be able to do 2, possibly 3 before I'm I'm cashed on this
Schmammered?
one. Yeah. I don't know about schmammered, but before I'm kind of like, whew, the hoppiness for me is
yeah, it's
there. It's definitely there. This one's a true, India Pale Ale.
I don't think it tells the hops though. No.
Now, once again, label your hops on the beer can, please. I mean, we love the beer. Just put the hops on there so we know exactly what we're putting.
Tell a little story too. Remember the story we talked about last time? You were reading it, and it was just like, man, that's cool. It took me there. We haven't done that in a long time, Brett.
Like, where does this beer take me?
Where does that beer take you? I haven't heard that since probably episode 6, man. 7.
Man, okay, so, man, if I had to think about where this beer took me, because I hadn't really pre-planned this at all, so
that's why
let me take one more sip and really let it hit the soul, okay?
Good. It's like a delayed finish, man.
Absolutely. I can't even imagine. I'm going to tell you a story, okay? This story is this beer reminds me of coming from the jungles of India.
You're gonna tell the story right now?
There's tigers everywhere, there's elefantes, okay. They're all over the place. So I'm sitting there with my friends, round the thing, jungle leaves everywhere, moon shine upon me. Bring out big vat, bloop, 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 bloop. Share with all my friends. We have beer, it's so good. Makes me get major hangover. So India and Russia, somewhere in the middle. Yeah. I can't really get my impressions down. But honestly, this one's like, it reminds me of like a really hot, sweltering place where it's just absolutely gorgeous, but it's so muggy, and you drink this beer and you just start to sweat. And since I'm sweating right now, I'm starting to experience that all together. It's like 115 degrees in this garage right now.
Dying.
We have sweat marks on his shirt. Thank God it's black. I'm sure you're about to see some really cool indentions on my t-shirt too as well. I'm not really sure, but I mean, that's where this one takes me. I mean, I guess if the night said, there might be some zombies chasing after me too, but
all right.
I don't know. I mean,
he went to
it's hard to say, but I'm thinking a tiger walks by, a snake drops from the side. Maybe even Tarzan swings across, something like that.
Indiana Jones right now.
Yeah, it might be Indiana Jones. Okay. In the Temple of Beer Zombies. Raiders of the Lost Beer.
Do you remember that show as a kid that they had that was like the Temple of Doom or something? Do you remember that thing? It was like a Nickelodeon show.
Oh, yeah. That one was badass.
What the fuck was it called? My wife was she was showing me like some Instagram feed that was like a retro. You had to like build the puzzle of the fucking it was like a tiger, I don't know, some shit at the end.
Yeah, I absolutely.
Legends of the Hidden Tomb or Doom,
something like that. Yeah, that was fire.
Fucking A.
Go. Was it a Nintendo? No, fucking. Wow, we're way off basis here, okay?
Shit.
We're going to get back to this beer. Hold on a second. I have no idea what's going on, but I think I'm in a jungle still.
Jesus. Brett took us way out of the fucking bounds and right back in. So if I had to think about this beer in terms of how I would rate it, I would say aroma, good.
Aroma, good.
I think flavor, I would have kicked it up a little bit. I think it was not flat. I wanted more out of it.
Yeah, I think it falls a little bit short on its like longevity.
Well, even the can art is aggressive, but I didn't get an aggressive beer. I got kind of a mellow beer.
Yeah, the only thing I got out of it was like an end bite. So it's like we'd said from just the start, it's soft, cruises, and then you get like this little like at the end.
And you should, you should get that though. With a double dry hop, you should get a little bitterness. You should get it on the end because the beer's already made and it's just gonna flavor it.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's good. I'd drink it again, but it didn't. For the beers that I've had from them, it didn't knock my socks off. So
are these ones running $6-7 a can or?
Nah, I want to say, what is a 4-pack of this? Yeah, it's probably $6-7, $6.99 a can. So probably $24-26.
I say any beer that's 8.5% and is under $8 and tastes the way that one just did, I'd be super happy about. So
yeah,
I'm not mad at it. It doesn't blow it out of the water for me. We've had a lot of good beers in this podcast alone, and just on the side, just trying and drinking these beers just to make sure that every single one that we bring to you guys has some significant value. So this one, can art is ecstatically cool.
Fucking A,
right? So that's one of the values we wanted to bring you, to show how cool the artwork is on these cans. And then also we wanted to talk to you a little bit and bring you something a little bit different that you might not see on the shelf every day, which is the double dry hopped, double hazy India Pale Ale, which is like a sentence in its own, right? You know, and it says, come out to Haze, right? So it's like, it's kind of like pumps you up, like, let's go, right? You know, so I think it was a good scene setter leading into some pretty damn good bourbon that we're gonna have coming up for you. So we'll be back in 15 minutes, and I hope you guys are ready to see George T. Stagg. Just kidding. I'm not gonna make you.
I'm super confused. I'm like, what the fuck? What do I do? Do we like hit the little tacker thing and we go take 2? What the fuck?
I'm just kidding. We're not gonna make you wait that long. I know that you guys have just anticipated, clicked on this thing solely for the name George T. Stagg, not because of the coolness of Dick and Brett or anything like that. God forbid, you know, we're the ones that have to bring it to you today, but
I was so fucking confused. That was so good, because I'm looking at him and I have this gut feeling like, what do I do? Do I get up right now? Do I hit off on the camera?
Sometimes I like just messing around. I don't know.
Fucking A. That was really good. I like that shit. Yeah, well, Beer Zombies, look, I'm going to give Beer Zombies a pass because I've had enough of their beer, and I think all the other things were in line. If I had to rate it 1 out of 10, I'd probably give it a 7.
Yeah, I would say 6.5, 7, leaning more towards the 7 side. So it's definitely a satisfactory ale, especially for its price point and the alcohol content. And then the type of beer that it is alone is just original. It's not something that comes out every day.
Stop it.
I can smell it from over here.
Oh my gosh. Stop it. Stop it.
Oh my lord.
So good.
You can't be doing this to me right now.
So good.
This is all thanks to you guys, okay? You just brought joy to our lives, okay? Because we've been waiting for a reason. And the only way we were going to get to this reason was to get to 2,000 views.
Yeah.
And Dick said it alone. He said, I don't give a shit what happens. If we get to 2,000 views, we're going George T. Stagg.
Oh, look, we're still above the label.
And look at it this way, man. We're right here to bring it to you. So I know that there's some lucky people out there that get to drink this stuff on the regular.
Yeah, on the reg.
But that's not the rest of us. So if you're going to go out there and invest in a bottle of bourbon, or you want to impress the CEO of your company, or you want to, you know, get an extra invite onto that yacht day or yacht vacation, or simply you just want to ball out alone while watching, you know, the Masters or something like that and smoking the finest cigar you can buy and not giving a shit how much your wife just saw you spend on your credit card, then this is the bottle for you.
That was a good description. Was it the Masters when we talked about your vasectomy that you tried to get off for it? Was it the Masters?
Yeah. I mean, we all know that that's like the quintessential weekend to have a vasectomy. So you go in on like Thursday, you get snipped. Friday, you ice it up. By Saturday, you're feeling okay. You're just not allowed to move around. Yeah. And so you sit on the couch.
You're using it?
You get to watch the Masters. And Sunday, no, you're not using it Sunday either. I can guarantee. Yeah. That's not a good idea unless you want some giant swollen genitalias. Yeah. All right.
We'll move on. I just thought when you were talking about the Masters, that's
my favorite thing was just maybe that girls would bring me a sandwich, you know?
I love it. I love the sandwich.
So I'm like, hey,
can I get a sandwich?
Hey, my daughter, make me a sandwich. Hey, wife, can I get a beer? You know?
What'd they say?
I can't move.
They say fuck you?
I'm in severe pain. No, they didn't say that. They brought me a sandwich and a beer.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
So it's the only time in your life you get that
say-
excuse.
I was going to say.
Doesn't always work, so don't piss them off like on Wednesday before you go in, because then you're really screwed. You got to get up and get that stuff yourself.
Oh.
No.
That, yeah, you don't want to.
You don't want to be Bojangles. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Shit.
it ain't no thing but
No.
a chicken wing down there, you know, until you walk around too much. So
Shit. So here's what I would tell you is interesting about this bottle. When I bought this in 2020, so it was 2019 bottle. I think I bought it in 2020. It was $3.99, and that to me felt like a lot. That's how much of a rookie then.
So you paid $3.99 for this bottle.
Yeah, I paid $3.99. No, I bought it in 2019. It was a 2019 release. So I bought it. Okay, so that was 4 years ago.
Okay.
So I remember. Here's what's crazy. I remember going in the shop. Okay, I remember it was in the cabinet, and you had this and Pappy 10 right next to each other, and they were $3.99.
Yeah.
And I bought this, which all you Pappies out there, all you lovers out there of Pappy, I've never had it, but I would still pick this shit.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I made the right decision. But then right next to it was WLW for $6.99, and Pappy 12 year was $5.99. Okay, so that's 2019. So we're in 2023. That same shop. This is probably anywhere at the lowest $1,100 to $1,200. It's like $11.99. Pappy 10 is $1,100. The 12 is like $1,500. And I paid for my WLW, I paid $1,400 last year. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
you know what I
man.
mean? Like, you talk about inflation. If I would have known, like, I get hindsight's 2020, fuck you, I get it, whatever. But my thing is this: if I would have been farther along in the bourbon game, I would have bought a case of these.
Oh, for sure.
I would have said what Brett said over here. I would have swiped the shit out of my card. I would have paid the interest on it. I'm probably still paying for them now, but I've been laughing at everyone going like, So like cashing this is not like a big deal because we have bottles that are bigger than that. The problem is trying to muscle up $1,000 plus tax, or almost $1,200 in for the bottle that I had for $3.99. That's what hurts me.
Yeah, I'd cry.
I mean, I have.
Yeah.
But you know what? I definitely believe that we're bringing real shit on the podcast, and whatever we say we do, we're going to do. And to me, we got some shit to celebrate, so let's get into it.
All right. Well, let's cheers this one, and then let's cheers to you guys.
Cheers.
Thank you for getting us here. And that's why.
So good.
It just hits different.
Yeah.
It's the best of the best. You know what I mean? Like,
So
it's self-proclaimed, like.
So okay, so do you
It's
know?
the juice.
I'm not like a gamer, but this is what I went to. So like, say you play whatever game you want, I don't care, or even like if you play sports,
Yeah.
you have like on a game you have like the rookie level, or like say you're in you're in high school and you're like on the freshman team, you're like we fucking killed it, you're like we ballin',
Yeah.
and then like all of a sudden now you're playing NCAA football and you throw a fucking 80-yard bomb and shit. This to me hits on everything that we talk about. It hits on smell. It hits on mouthfeel. It hits on, when I would say Kentucky hug, like this is like the Kentucky hug that everybody wants.
Sure.
It's not crazy. It's quick, but then it's like it lingers, but it's not overbearing hot. I taste full flavor in my mouth. I taste char. I mean, if I had all the buckets here, I'd be like, bing, 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 hit. Just killing it. Just fucking killing it. And then I still taste this beautiful Cody creaminess that brings me back for more.
Yeah, absolutely. It's like a Altered Beast,
There's a reason
Have you ever
why.
played Altered Beast?
No.
What?
What is Altered Beast?
Oh, I'm too old. I forgot.
Fucking 2 years, 3 years older than me.
You didn't play Altered... Rise from your grave!
No.
No?
That was cool, but I...
Oh my god.
Sorry.
Okay, well, if you ever get a chance and you get to play some old school
Is it at like
video
some like
games-
vintage place or what?
No, it was on the...
Altered Beast?
Yeah, Altered
It's
Beast.
a video game.
It's a video game, yeah.
What's the concept of the game?
It's like a fighting game, kind of like
Like Street Fighter?
yeah,
type
like Street
shit?
Fighter. Yeah.
Hadouken.
Yeah, one of those. Only
Okay.
it's just with like beasts, you know?
Okay.
Yeah. And it was just.
Altered Beast. I mean, maybe. They had an arcade back in the day? Like it was at the arcade?
It was on a console. It was
PlayStation?
No, it wasn't
Sega?
Genesis. It was Sega.
Original Sega?
Yeah, original
The
Sega, I think. Or something like that, yeah.
Okay. I might have played it, but it doesn't ring a bell.
What was the other one? Not Sega, but the not Sega, not Nintendo.
Atari?
It wasn't Atari. Nah.
So you had the Nintendo, you had the Cube. That was like the new thing. You had Sega Saturn, you had Sega.
Oh, Saturn. I remember that didn't last very long.
No, because the disc and shit. Everyone thought it was going to be dope. No, fuck, that was bullshit. After Atari, there wasn't really any other things.
I gotta Google this. So
there wasn't Xbox. It was too early for Xbox. All right. Well, we're gonna take like a 15-second timeout, not a 15-minute.
No, it's okay. Here we go. So it was on Sega.
Okay.
You're right. Yeah, Altered Beast.
Let me see. See, we're not like Joe Rogan where we're gonna have somebody pull some shit up on the screen. We gotta pull up on our phone. No, the dude's got like a tree head or whatever, and he's throwing it.
Yeah, dude. I mean,
I don't remember that game.
Mega Drives, 16-bit Sega.
Dang.
Yeah.
No,
Just remember when you powered up, it was like rise from your grave. It was just badass.
Hell yeah!
It was kind of reminding
For everyone out there with a 4 in your age, shout out to you guys because you know what that game is.
I bet you 30 viewers right now that are going to check this out know exactly what I'm talking about. My wife even knows. But I mean, we're also a little bit older than
dude. You're talking about like 3 years, bro. You're acting like your whole decade.
Maybe it was that 3 years that you weren't.
You're like a Z-Lineal. Get the fuck out of here. You're making me feel all young and shit. Did my parents sign the permission slip?
It's the first time ever somebody's been like, "Oh, you're making me feel young." Fuck you. You are young. I wish I was as young as you.
God, dude. Here, let me turn the dial back. Look.
Yeah. 3 years, that's all it takes to miss Altered Beast.
I'm sorry, I missed it, bro.
Yeah, you were playing Sonic the Hedgehog, you know? It's all good. I get it.
Yeah, Sonic was dope.
Sonic was dope.
Oh, man. What do you, oh, you didn't even smell it. You just went straight for it. I don't even want to drink it. It's so fucking good.
It makes my whole... Okay, if you go to... All right, this is what I'm getting out of this. Ooh, yeah, it's so fucking good. If you go to the Cosmopolitan, right?
In Vegas,
that chandelier bar.
Been there.
Been there?
Been there.
Okay, you go there, and you go up to the bartender, and you tell him you want the special drink with the flower in it.
Special drink with flower, okay.
And that little flower is like this little nub of a flower, and they put it in, it's like served in like a nice fancy, almost like martini glass or whatever, right? Yeah. And you drink this thing and you chew on this flower, or you eat this flower, and your whole mouth just turns completely numb.
Really?
Yeah, and it's like a numbing flower or some shit. It's pretty badass. I think it's really expensive, and I might have cocaine. I'm not really sure.
Vegas,
yeah.
No.
Yeah. So I forget what it's called, but it's a special drink in Vegas that only the Chandelier Bar serves, and it's really cool. It's a cool experience. It's kind of pricey. So if you're not willing, I would say it's probably at least maybe $50 for the drink, or $45, or it could be $60 now. I don't know. I mean, inflation is crazy, but.
Pricey. It's 5 times the normal cost.
Anyways, it's a pretty special drink. So if you ever want to try it, it's pretty amazing. I get the same sensation out of George T. Stagg. Like when I put that in my mouth, it starts to tingle. It starts to feel like it's numbing it because it's just classically good, and then it just coats the rest of my mouth with this just amazing caramel and just even everything that comes out of it. The barrel flavors. I mean,
I think this bottle's a 15-year.
It's unreal.
We just had the Gatsby Remus 15-year.
Which was really good, by the way.
Not 15. We haven't had it in a while. Yeah, it's fucking really good. We had 18 for 18. But
yeah, and then we had the Knob 18, which was candied yams.
Well, it's funny because we've always talked about like 12-year being the honey barrel, right? Mm-hmm. But I don't disagree. I don't really have anything fucking different to say than you because we've experienced this so many times, And to me, like, if you're not if you're watching the show and you're just getting into the bourbon game, and what Brett said at the top of the episode was like, we're going to talk about whether you need this and should buy it and is it worth the money. I say yes, I bought it for $3.99. It's worth the money. I still think it's worth $1,000 right now. I'm still going to go buy another bottle. Like, that's not. Don't let that conversation sway you, because 3-4 years ago, that was expensive. BTACs were going for $600-$800.
Yeah.
So, you know, but to me, I think there's a special thing when you think about certain bourbons. Like, I've never had the Michter's 25 and 20. You know, if you think about the Heaven Hill 27. Like, there's a reason why these bourbons cost as much as they do, to a certain extent. Anything over about $1,500, $2,000, now you're just getting into the fuck you range where it's like, I'm a baller, I'll pay for it, whatever.
Yeah,
or it was like a one-time release, like Warehouse C or something like that.
It's ordering a bottle of Ace of Spades at the strip club, right?
Yeah.
Or 5 bottles of Ace of Spades, right? Yeah, it's really cool when it comes out, the sparklers and all that shit, and when you drink it, maybe your hangover is slightly less.
Yeah.
But
still the Ace of Spades.
It's still, you know, the same bottle as possibly your Moet, you know, Chandon or whatever, you know, any other fancy champagne bottle out of there, a Veuve bottle. I don't see that much of a difference between any of those. Really, I can't really tell you.
I'll stack this against.
But this
anything.
one is a leveler, man. I mean, this one sets the bar.
I'll stack it against anything.
Yeah.
Out of everything we have open, and mine in your collection, you guys can only see mine right now. I mean, we gushed over E.H. Taylor Barrel Proof because it's so freaking good, right? We know it's good.
Just an impactful bourbon.
But
at its core, it's unfiltered, it's uncut, it's barrel proof, it's a banger, you know?
But I could tell you, if you put this, and we should do this. This should be the next time we have George C. Stagg. We should do it in a blind. Okay. We should do it in a blind and let my wife, your wife, whoever's over here.
That's a great idea. What do you guys think about us doing a blind show with some really good bangers and just see if we can tell what's going on?
We should do good, like top shelf shit like this and Taylor Barrel Proof, and then like bang out
like a bottom shelf,
like a Buffalo Trace, which is like, again, Buffalo Trace in some place in the country you can't get it. It's not shit.
We could do some
a regular Makers or Benchmark or Larceny regular shit.
Yeah.
And we can do it blind on the back, or we can do it however. You guys know what it is. We don't. Whatever. But I will bet you. I'll bet you merch, motherfuckers out there. I'll throw out some free merch out there to some people. I will get this. Okay. I will pick that out of the lineup.
I can't imagine you wouldn't, because I think just the sensation on my tongue alone would be able to let me know that I'm right up there with my home dog, George. You know? Like, we be kicking it, we cool. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
like, we're on the same level. Like, I got invited to his fancy parties, and I'm drinking his shit, and his fancy barrels. I don't know. That's the way I wanted it to be.
At one point, it was GOT Stagg. That was back pre-Prohibition. That was GOT Stagg. It's super cool to me when you think about all the people.
Every single sip.
William LaRue Weller, George C. Stagg, General B. Blanton, like all these fucking guys. Elmer.
Yeah. You know what I noticed from this? All these guys are amazing, right? I'm not gonna ever say that I don't idolize these guys that make this incredible bourbon, right?
We said we'd fuck Elmer's wife or Blanton. Who was it?
All of their wives. Okay.
All of them.
Yeah, every single one of them. But what I get out of this is consistency, right? Every single drop of George T. Stagg that I've drinking from the beginning to the end almost has the exact same consistency to it. It is just
perfection. It's perfection.
Yeah.
100%.
It doesn't change. There's no neck pour difference. There's no bottom pour difference. There's no I drank too much and now it's dumbed down. Every pour that you put in your mouth is an explosion of amazing flavors and well balanced and just really, really good. Now, I do want to get into one day the hazmat bottle of George T. Stagg. It's very difficult to find these days. If anybody has any samples and would like to send them our way, we'd love to try them. We'd gladly, figure out a way to pay it back.
I know where one's at. That's the problem.
Yeah.
They just want like $2,000 for it.
Yeah.
And I think there was 3 or 4 years in a row. Don't quote me on this because I don't have little notes written under here like all them cheater motherfuckers. But I think it's
this all comes from our belly, folks, not our heads.
Yeah, like I want to say it's there's been 4 or 5 different times. There's a William LaRue a couple times it's been over, but I want to say it's 2012 or 2013, and there was like 3 years in a row that it was over 140 proof, right? So over 70%. And I think the highest is like 74 or 76, which is fucking stupid. Like,
I can't imagine how good that is.
We drank the barrel proof Elijah Craig that was like 69. And we were like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to say it. I mean, you can get mad with all this transgender and all this other stuff. That's a fucking man's bourbon. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
bourbon is historically drinking by men. I hope women drink it. I would love to have a woman on their podcast. That's not the problem. That's a fucking man's bourbon. Hate me, love me, don't fucking care.
In the true sense of the expression.
Yes.
Yeah. This is a man's
fucking
bourbon.
70%
talking
alcohol.
Like you're popping a few hairs out here. You know what I mean? I don't know if I could pop any hairs right now because of the humidity level in this garage, but
yeah, you got a nice little sweat. Welcome to the club.
Yeah, I should have gone with a black shirt today, but I didn't want to.
It's not any better, bro. Here, you know? It's like we're in Florida right now. We're outside in a hurricane. Hey,
like that. I'm waiting for the frogs to croak and an alligator to climb.
Hold on. I talked to Brett today, and I was like, "Hey, man," he's like, "It's hot as balls," and I was like, "Yep." #agree. And I was like, "Hey, man, when are we doing the podcast in the pool?" And he was like, "Coming soon." So 20, maybe by 21, we're for sure going to be in his backyard with the beautiful scenery of the pool behind. Yeah. We might be in the fucking pool. We might get some floating shit that we can float our bottles. That would be fucking badass.
I've been working my ass off getting the backyard nice and clean and into shape. Now, it's not ever going to be perfect, but it will be perfect enough to enjoy a really good pool day with friends and family, and then also do a kind of a live, not live, but a shot podcast there in that scenery, whether it's closer to dusk or closer to dawn. We're not really sure yet, but
I'm gonna do a fucking cannonball on the end of it.
Yeah. Absolutely. And maybe another beer bomb, right? That was a big hitter. By the way, thank you guys for your extra support on episode 18 for 18. We hope you enjoyed 19 for 19. Yeah. I'll tell you what, we've just had an immense amount of fun doing this. It's really incredible. This George T. Stagg is just unreal. So
I don't want another pour, dude, to be honest with you.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't hate you, but
look,
that's on your prerogative.
We didn't put 2. I mean, we still got 3 or 4 more pours in here. See, what's interesting is what Brett was talking about is this is one of the lower proof years. This was 116.9, 58.45% alcohol. So we're talking about wanting to get up into the 70s. This one is a lighter one. The 20, so they didn't release 2022, they didn't release 2021. 2022 is like 69.35 or something. So they like banged it way out considering 2019, and then 20 was mid 60s. 2021 didn't come out, and then they went right back up almost to a hazmat bottle. So,
I mean, it's got to be.
We got to get it.
It's got to be. We got to get it.
We got to get it. That's it.
This is what drinking bourbon does to you. Is you start to get the fever, right? And I feel like I have a fever right now.
Yeah.
And just drinking this bourbon makes us want more and more and more of it. I just want to keep drinking it, and it's really sad to see it go. But you know what? All good things do have to come to an end. The thing that will not end is our perseverance to make sure that this podcast goes the distance, right?
Oh, let's fucking go.
All right.
If you don't know what LFG is, you obviously ain't watching this shit. Here's what's cool. You know what episode 20 is going to be? Episode 20 is going to be this fucking guy right here. My boy, my brother from another mother. It's going to be his birthday special.
Shit.
And we already showed you guys, we're doing 1982.
1982.
Wild Turkey.
Dub
fucking tea. Let's go.
That's right.
Birthday edition for the year. We brought it out way in the beginning. There's been pictures about it. We showed it on, 2 or 3 podcasts ago. We showed the decanter back here. We showed the bottles already ready to go. Let's fucking go.
That's right. We might even show up in 1982 outfits.
Dude, that would be dope.
You know? Just to bring it all the way back. And maybe we could try to shoot it in like antique.
Oh, yeah, the filter?
Yeah, like an antique
That'd
filter
be sick,
or some
where it's
shit.
kind of like not grayed out, but it's like that like a weird kind of pinkish
Hell yeah.
hue.
I'll try to play the banjo and shit. Oh wait, that's before 82. Just
That's
kidding.
fucking really. That's wow. Jesus.
But we're gonna do something fun. It's my birthday, okay? It's my birthday month, which I never claim to be a good thing because usually it's just a day. But hey, you know what? He's got a birthday month, and it seems to work out for him. So I'm thinking about trying it. I'm not really sure.
Dude, you should try it. So you already know what's coming next. We'll get. You know what? I think we're gonna have to like have a birthday cake or something for Brett on here. We're gonna have to sing to him and do something crazy. But happy early birthday, motherfucker!
Oh, thanks. I'm super excited. I didn't even know it was gonna be my birthday. He just had to remind me today.
It's because you're old.
It is because I'm old. I'm actually gonna turn 41 years old.
Oh my god! Wah wah! Can we get a sound effect in here? Like, bing. Wow. Hey, you know what? Thanks for joining, Dick and Brett. Out.
And we're out.
That's it.